Hello, and welcome to part 2 of this AMSR. And I believe we left off with catnip, if I recall. And so we're going to continue with the letter C, and we're going to get to cassia, which is Cinnamonium cassia. It's ruled by Mercury, a fertility herb of immortality and religion. In China, it invokes the god Heng Ou, which is a cool name for a god, if I do say so myself. In Chinese mythology, the lunar goddess Heng Ou is associated with the cassia tree. Sacred to her is the rabbit, which prepares the elixir of longevity and fertility. The hare associated with the moon makes the elixir, which Heng Ou drinks in order to shapeshift into a toad, also considered a sacred lunar creature in China. In this lore, the cassia functions as a tree of life. It is called the world tree in some areas of the Himalayas and bestows knowledge of eternal life. Cassia, legend holds, imparts its wisdom and gives its access to the mysteries of immortality. The relative of cinnamon brings a most agreeable scent to any temperature. I'm sorry, something funny just happened here. It brings a most agreeable scent to any temple mixtures, whether through incense or oil. It may be included in ritual cakes or in any other manner. It is well suited for those who work with animals. Cassia may be used when working with animals for prayer purposes or other spiritual pursuits for cats, rabbits, and amphibians. Pardon me, just one moment. Okay, we're back. Next is castor. The use of castor as a religious herb predates the Christian era by many centuries. The Greek historian Herodotus documents its use among the Egyptians. Also known as kiki, as in let's have a kiki, that was me, according to the Greaves book, is mentioned by Strabo as a production of Egypt and the oil from which it is used for its burning in lamps or for other unguents. The seeds of the castor have frequently been found in places near tombs. There's not much modern usage of castor, apart from castor oil. Although it is an herb worthy of exploration, modern tastes do not find the scent of the oil favorable, and castor's importance in burial customs is not very well known. Celandine. In medieval times, it was believed that celandine could be used to help one be victorious over all enemies. The alchemist Albertus Magnus did write that this formula required the heart of a mole, though that is likely coated. Our gardens contain beautiful celandine, and they're overrun with moles. Despite their bothersome tunnels and mounds of dirt, moles are children of the goddess as much as anyone could be. Girard believed that this plant was good for one's eyesight. It is used by some practitioners as an appropriate herb to integrate in seasonal rituals to celebrate and represent the waxing of the sun, or the time from the winter solstice to the summer solstice. The solar victorious energy of this herb remains useful today. Working with celandine is an appropriate thing to do when seeking victory. It's used in conjunction with the Sun card in tarot and may also be used to increase one's self-confidence when facing adversaries. And no, you do not need to sacrifice any furry creatures. Sacrifice only your fears and leave your gopher bombs at home. The chaste tree. Agnus Castus, the moon and Pluto. It invokes Ceres and Demeter as a religious herb. Grieve recorded the Greek belief that the castin tree, or the castanea, and its seeds represent chastity, and that the leaves were used ritually to invoke Ceres or Demeter. Castanea is a most useful herb for modern worship. The seeds might be used to invoke some maiden virginal aspect of some ancient religion, and may also be used to prove an invaluable tool for priests or priestesses into the mysteries of old age. Historical association with Ceres, a Roman agricultural goddess, lends the herbs used for religious fertility workings to the harvest. In this association, Castanea brings forth the understanding of Ceres as a mother. Often overlooked by modern practitioners, Castanea has very strong associations. The powdered seed, or powdered dried berries, are excellent incenses for rituals in Wicca and witchcraft of drawing down the moon, and the berries also make superb ritual cups. Cherry, Prunus serotina, ruled by Venus. The modern lore suggests that cherry bark be collected when one wishes to revitalize their energy needed to complete an old project. Cherry blossoms or bark may be used as an incense to assist a novice in some path working when the time of initiation draws nigh. Cherry winter, or winter cherry, Physalis alcakenji, Mercury. It's also called the Chinese lantern. 8 berries from the winter cherry are taken to coincide with each of the lunar cycles and are said to work with the moon's quarters. Greaves cites this as a cure for gout during this practice, and the lore suggests that winter cherry is a useful herb for working with ritualistic healing, or Reiki. Chervil, Anthrisius cerefolium, Jupiter, a funeral herb. Also called anise, chervil, British myrrh, sweet cicely or sickly, and like sickly sweet, and sweet fern. In the Master Book of Herbalism, we find that an elixir of this herb, or its use as an incense in a ritual, will bring the user a greater sense of the parts of the self which exist beyond life. Chervil is a superior or placing one's self in touch with one's divine, immortal self. It may be used in almost any magical working. In tarot, it helps one learn about the Judgment card. When working ritual to assist the beloved, one who has taken final leave from his incarnate body, it provides assurance and assistance in making contact and in helping the beloved teach and reach those astral temples which were established during the incarnation as a gathering place for those of both worlds. Chervil is best used in rituals of death and dying and performed after interment or either after cremated remains of the corpse have been burned. That's a bit morbid, sorry. We're going to get to a fun one, though. Chestnut, also called Castanea vesca. Jupiter, also called Jupiter's nuts. No shit, that's what it says. So, Jupiter's nuts. These hardy nuts, these nuts are believed to enhance male sexuality. They are sometimes used to represent the male testes, no shit, in ritual decoction, no shit, and decoction indeed, and may be used to increase male potency. Graves describes the chestnut as bashful, though I don't think Jupiter's ever been bashful about showing his nuts to anybody. But the herbal tree might be of value for those who wish to overcome their shyness or for those with egos too demanding for attention. And chicory, Chicorium insipus, Uranus. This herb may be integrated into healing in order to promote a more positive outlook on life and to improve one's sense of humor. I'm going to pause here for a moment. So hello again. I decided to go to another part of the book and not read about individual plants, but rather their uses and stuff like that. It's a cool section right after that one. Let's see. So for happiness, aniseed, apple, olive, pimpernel, sunflower. Are there herbs which help a person increase their sense of happiness? Yes. And this is an important list of herbs to remember. You may use them for yourself or bestow their magic upon someone in your life. Here. You can do your thing over there. It's alright. I mean, if you want to. I mean, it's up to you. I'm sure you'll make the right decision. Highest ideals, angelica and coriander. In the charges of God, variations of which are found in the majority of many Western religious traditions, we are we read that we are to keep pure our highest ideals and strive ever toward them. Let not stop or turn us aside. Hold on a second, please. Hello, we're back. To keep pure your highest ideals, strive ever toward them, and let not stop you or turn you aside. How comforting to know that there are herbs which will assist us in that process. I can see why people like this and use this to fall asleep. Hypochondria. Medical studies indicate a disturbing percentage of illness as being somewhat psychosomatic in origin. Almost every person experiences those times when we would like to feel sorry for ourselves or invoke another's sympathy in order to avoid facing reality. Amaranth is the herb that would make us take a more mature approach to life. Immortality. Amaranth, cassia, chervil, myrtle, and tansy will provide assistance in better recognizing immortality when you see it, and ensuring responsibility that such immortality might entail. Job interviews. Wearing a sprig of rosemary upon your lapel may not impress a prospective employer, but you should use it as a green herb, bathe in it, or use the oil in your bath as a refreshing, pleasing scent, and for good luck before any interview. So for various gods and deities, which I really love, religion. I love religion and learning different things about different religions. We're going to start here with, I don't think I've done these yet. Aphrodite. Anemone, apple, benzoin, myrrh, myrtle, parsley, pomegranate, quince, and rose. The goddess of love and beauty, widely worshipped and had temples built in her honor, sometimes believed born of the sea itself and other times born of Zeus and Dione. Aphrodite was the wife of Hephaestus, considered unattractive. Not to be satisfied with him, she was involved with many gods and humans. And if she's anything like Zeus, etc., he's like Tiger Woods, but an actual tiger. I'm going to pause here and I'm going to switch to a different book.